Who loves this tremendous reality show, My Feet Are Killing Me? It's gaining more and more viewers every single day. The new series quickly made an impression with nearly 2.8 million viewers, featuring podiatrists examining and performing surgical operations on the patient's feet and ankles. With each episode being aired, watchers are always waiting to see who'll be the next guest on the list and what case the doctors will be working on. You'll be surprised to know. Hello everyone and welcome back to The Outside Scoop. And here today we have a brand new video about the super weird guest featured on My Feet Are Killing Me. If you guys want to see more of this, make sure you definitely do let us know in the comments below. But before we get started, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel too. And without any more interruptions, let's just go ahead and get right into some of these super weird guests. Number 1. Glenn Stevens and his Bigfoot. One of the guests featured in My Feet Are Killing Me is Glenn, who came to visit Dr. Brad Schaefer because of a foot problem. Glenn's feet condition was featured in the February 1st, 2021 episode. This is one of the most emotional episodes, with Glenn telling the camera that what's worse is how he's being picked on by the people because of his condition. Glenn's foot condition is actually called arachnodactyly, and it makes his foot look like a claw, and it's caused by arthritis. It's usually treated while the patient is young, so it's rare to see patients like this get that bad.
Functional you are. I personally think if I can send out a proper mold of your feet.
Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the number 2 spot on our list, and that's Jeff Ortega and the elephant's foot. This man wants to amputate his foot. If an elephant man exists, Jeff Ortega has an elephant foot, a very rare condition called Proteus syndrome. There are only about 200 reported cases worldwide. That's how rare of a condition we're talking about. It is a condition where tissue and bone growth are doubled. It doesn't have a cure, and it affects blood flows in the body, so that's why they probably wanted to amputate it.
That's growing along with the bone. The tissue does almost balloon out. It looks like...
Number 3. Savannah Joseph and the macrodactyly feet. Somehow, this girl managed to hide this from her boyfriend who lives with her. But how long can she keep this massive growing toe away from her guy? Well, probably not long now that she appeared on My Feet Are Killing Me. This rare case of massive bone growth is called macrodactyly. You can watch it on the October 29th, 2020 episode of My Feet Are Killing Me, and it's super gross.
Nice to not be wearing sneakers all the time.
I always look at people's shoes. I'm like, I really wish that I could wear.
Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to our next spot. Number 4, Kelly Taylor White. Kelly Taylor works as a public servant. She works in the judicial court, and in her work life, she has to meet with politicians. Who could expect that this lady here has something hidden down there in her feet? Kelly used to wear socks over sandals, but beneath those are painful feet and feet that smell like rotten cheese that Kelly has to live up to. But no more hiding as she becomes a featured guest on the show, and it definitely is super weird to say the least, but we're glad that Kelly was able to get the help that she deserves.
Surgical procedure that we can do, okay? Have my little diagram that I show people, okay?
Number 5. Man who's like the Tree Man. If you're familiar with the Tree Man of Indonesia, well, Sebastian is one of the guests on My Feet Are Killing Me, and he has the same condition as him. The Tree Man was treated, but he died at the age of 45 due to complications associated with a weak immune system. The only difference here is, Sebastian has it only in his feet, while the Tree Man had it all over his body. Unfortunately, Sebastian has a rare condition called epidermodysplasia verruciformis, and it suppresses the growth on his feet, and his condition can be cured, but there's no guarantee it won't grow back again, so that's the sad part, that he could be suffering from something like this for the rest of his life, and I just feel really bad for him.
There's hope. I hope there's hope.
Number 6. The Man with the Croissant. If you're thinking of a good croissant, this croissant is very different from what you can imagine. Imagine a foot with super dry skin peeling. It's actually a type of the worst case of toenail fungus, and one of the featured guests, David, came to the hospital barely walking because of an extreme case of fungus on the toenail. David stopped cutting his toenails and neglected his feet after his mother died, and now he's paying the price of neglect with a painful and almost immovable foot full of corn, callus, and long and thick toenails that curled like macaroni. In David's case, he also has hemophilia, that once his feet got touched and cut, lots of blood and the unstoppable bleeding could happen, and it could ultimately be fatal, which is not good for him at all.
David was really close to his mother, and he really adored her. 5 years ago, he lost his mother, and David...
But anyways, guys, this was part 1 of the super weird guests featured on My Feet Are Killing Me. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you let us know in the comments down below. If you want to see part 2, let us know down below as well. There are loads of super weird guests, and we can definitely make this a big series. As always, too, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn post notifications on, as we always post stuff like this here on The Outside Scoop. Anyways, guys, we'll see you next time. Take care until then. Goodbye, everyone.